James, come on, man. This is stupid. Can't we just, wash our cars or clean the frat house or something? Alex said bemoaningly. Fall in line, Alex, or get out, James commanded. Now, pledges of 1966. For your last task, we have hidden a flag somewhere at the end of Zombie Road. Simply put, if the 5 of you manage to find the flag before daybreak, you're in. If you don't, well, I guess we'll need to reconsider the type of candidates we're recruiting into our prestigious fraternity, James said with a flashing grin. He went on to wet his lips before putting a whistle in his mouth. The pledges had all lined up in front of the dim headlights of several cars that had brought them out there. Other than the cars, the only other lights were the unreliable flashlights and moon poking through the cloudy skies. As James blew the whistle, the pledges began to march into the darkness. Hey, do you guys really think there's a serial killer out here? Tom said to the group. Listen, man, all the stories for out here are just made up to scare the local kids into not drinking here, Alex responded. At that moment, Tom kicked a beer can that came across inside. That seems to be working out pretty well. A little ways down the road, Alex felt as though someone was watching them. He began to look around the woods surrounding them. He thought he saw a few shadowy figures disappear into the tree line. Guys, I think the other guys are just trying to mess with us right now, Alex said. I don't think so, man. I overheard them talking about all the beer they brought to drink while they waited for us, Brandon said. Alex didn't respond but kept assuring himself that he wasn't going to let the older frat brothers scare him. After another 15 minutes, they came upon several different paths and trails. We should split up, Brandon said assuringly. No way, man. That's the worst idea you've ever had, said Tom. Look, the quicker we find this flag, the quicker we get the hell out of these woods and off this trail. And then we're done being pledges and we're in. Don't you guys want that? Brandon responded. Well, yeah, but there's 3 trails. Someone's gonna have to go alone. I'll do it, Alex said, wanting to get this over with. Be my guest, Tom muttered. Since you're going alone, Alex, you pick the trail you want. Left, right, or middle, Brandon said assuredly. I'll go left. 2 hours max. Even if you don't find anything, let's meet back up in this spot, Alex said. And they broke off into their groups and started down their paths. Alex was keeping an eye and ear out. He was going to get the drop on any of the brothers that tried to scare him. A ways down the path, he started to come across the old train tracks. As he followed them, he heard a noise. Is that a whistle? He wondered out loud. Thinking James was messing with the whistle he had, Alex stopped and listened. It began to get louder. Only this wasn't just a whistle. Now it sounded like a horn. He listened again and thought he began to hear an engine in the distance as well. No way, he thought. These tracks haven't been used in forever. All of a sudden, the loud shrill of a train horn sounded out not far down the tracks. He saw an object coming at lightning speed, and out of nowhere, a white apparition of a woman appeared on the tracks, looking back at him in terror. Alex looked for a moment stunned. Then all he could think to do was dive out of the way. He laid on the ground as he heard the horde one final time and the scream of a woman. Then the noises all stopped. He laid there with his head buried in the ground for a few moments. Finally, he rolled over and sat up. Nothing. There was nothing. Had he imagined it? He was over it. He made up his mind to go back to the meeting spot. He got up, dusted off his pants, and as he went to turn around and head back down the trail, the woman appeared not a foot in front of him. They locked eyes, and then she snarled and said, "You should have saved me." I'm Rob Coakley, and this is Hometown Ghost Stories, St. Louis, Missouri.